In this video, we're going to start walking around the car and getting an idea of what all the car needs to repair it, getting the big picture, and we're going to start taking some photos. So yeah, one thing you don't want to do whenever you start writing an estimate is go straight to the direct damage. I mean, we have already talked to the customer and got an idea, got the details, for the estimate, but we don't want to go straight to the direct damage, the point of impact, and start writing an estimate. We're going to talk about each parts group in a later video. But in this video, we just want to talk about getting an idea of what all is wrong with the car. Because from a distance, sometimes you can see a lot more of the things wrong with the car. For example, some of the gaps, is there buckles in the quarter panel? You'll have an overall idea, so when you do start writing the estimate, you'll have an idea of what all is wrong. As you walk around the vehicle, you want to take some photos to document what's wrong, whether that's for the shop you're working for or for the insurance company. The insurance requires that they have all these photos as well. But you're going to take pictures of all four corners. Most insurance companies do require that. But you're also looking at this at the vehicle to determine, like I mentioned, sometimes you can see buckles. For example, in this picture, you can see the right front fender's damaged. And just from this one photo, you can probably see that there's probably some damage on that apron, might need to be replaced, might be some damage to the hood. It looks like the fender is pushed back into the fender there, or into the front door. It looks like there's damage to the front bumper cover and the grille, and possibly the front suspension, the right front suspension. So I always start these photos the same way. I start on the right front. This just happens to be where the damage is at, but I start on the right front and then I walk around the vehicle. I'll get the front photo next and then to the left front. So anyway, this one picture documents a lot of damage that could possibly be wrong and gives you a good idea of what damage to look for whenever you start writing each part separately. And then the next photo will be the front. As I walk around, I'm still looking for damage. I'm looking at gaps. And not all insurance carriers require that we have a front photo, but I like to get one because it lets me see if it has fog lights. Maybe there's some different types of grills. And you want to make notes of this as you're walking around. You might have a notepad, or you might use an iPad, or you might have your estimating system on an app. I mean, there's a lot of different ways, but however you want to record it, record this type of information as you walk around. Now I'm going to take a few steps and take a picture of the left front. Now keep in mind, I don't know if you noticed in the previous picture, there's a dumpster beside this. Sometimes it's hard to get really good shots, if it's especially if it's in a tow yard and it's crammed in with other cars and things like that. But just do the best that you can. But anyway, this is gives you a good picture of if there's any damage to the left side. So then I'm going to walk around, and I'm still looking for misaligned gaps, buckles, anything that may help me to determine what all is wrong with this vehicle. Then I'm going to walk over to the left rear corner of the vehicle and take a photo of that. And there's no damage back here, but you do want to go ahead and get a photo of that so you can see, all angles of the vehicle. Insurance does require that you have all four corners in every file that you complete. And most shops will also take pictures of all four corners. Then I like to take a couple of steps and get a picture of the rear, and this will show you, does it have a drop hitch? Does it have, what options that it has? And also a lot of times in the rear, it'll have the emblems that show you what trim package the vehicle has. Now, a lot of insurance carriers do not require this, but I think it's a good idea for you to have and to record if something comes up later about the year, make, model, what options it had and things like this. So I always get a picture of the rear. Now, this is a photo that usually is always required, whether it's a body shop or for an insurance carrier, working as an insurance appraiser. But this, I've got it blocked off. This is, I get a close-up so you can see the expiration date and all the numbers. You can see them clearly. But this is a photo of the license plate. Now, you could probably blow up the photo of the rear, the rear of the vehicle photo that I took. But I like to take a close-up of that. And then I moved to the right rear of the vehicle. Now this one happened to have some damage here as well. It had 2 points of impact, so they must have hit in the front and then slid around and hit something with the back. But from this one photo, you can see that the quarter panel is damaged, the rear bumper cover is damaged, probably that tail light is damaged. And when we get a closer look, there's damage to the rear body panel. But anyway, this will give us an overall idea of what's wrong with the from this angle. And also, I'm still looking, you can see that gap at the rear gate is way off, is checking for any buckles or anything like that that may be in the quarter panel. And if you're up close just looking at the direct damage, you'll probably miss that. And then the last picture for the overall damage, I like to get one side of the vehicle. And if I usually like to get the side that is damaged, if it has damage on that side, this way I can see, again, looking for misaligned panels, I can see wheel moldings are missing. Just gives me another big picture idea of what all is wrong with the vehicle. But it also helps me determine, like if I need to, documents, if I need to remove a door handle, R&I door handle, maybe I need to blend into the door. Well, do I need to R&I a door handle? Does it have an emblem that needs to be R&I'd? Belt molding. It gives me a good idea of what all needs to be done to the vehicle, and documents it, even if I'm not writing an estimate at the vehicle. I usually just collect all the information, write down what I need to, and then go back to the office and write the estimate there. So these photos come in real helpful when I'm doing that. Now there's a lot of other photos that are going to be required, but we're not going to get on this. This is just kind of for get the big picture, the overall idea of what is wrong with the vehicle. In the next video or upcoming video, we'll talk more about taking the other required photos. You'll need to get the VIN, you'll need to get the interior, of course the damage, each damaged area. But we'll talk about that in another upcoming video. Well, I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, be sure and give us a thumbs up, give us a like, subscribe to us, and click the bell to be notified whenever we have new videos. Thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you in the next video.